Warning, this video is intended for no one under the age of 16 years old. If you're under the age of 16, please leave the video now because we do get into some adult type shit. Thank you very much. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy CharlesISanimeWorld, and welcome to my review of Food Wars, Season 4 or Plate 4, whatever you want to call it, Episode 9. Now, the difference between my review and other reviewers is that I'm going to give you the review from the manga reader's perspective. So let's get into this Food Wars, Episode 9. Guys, this episode, I don't know. I mean, I was watching it and I was like, it just feels off to me. As a manga reader, this episode feels off. Now, if you're anime only, you're going to enjoy the hell out of this episode. It's an exciting episode. Okay, but if you're a manga reader, you know what they're doing. You know what JC Staff is doing right now. This is going to be the final season of Food Wars. I've been saying this ever since I heard how many episodes it was going to be, and basically, figuring out using math how many chapters covers an episode. So I know that this is going to be the final season of Food Wars. But let's get this started, okay? Now, this episode, because JC Staff loves to jump around, it takes place between chapters 250 through 251, and that's like the first 13 minutes of the episode, or 10 to 13 minutes, give or take, okay? And then the other part of this episode, and I'm not counting the anime fluff that they threw in there, the filler, it takes place on chapters 250, and actually it goes forward to that. It goes basically from chapters 250 253, excuse me, all the way through basically 200, I want to say in 56. But here's the crazy thing. I can't even tell you to read that far because you'll spoil yourself on the end of the battle, because JC Staff did one of the most stupidest, dumbest things I've ever seen, okay? But we're going to get to that, okay? So basically, if you want to read what you just saw today, start on chapters 250 and stop on chapter 253. You can read it, but don't go any further or you will spoil yourself. Now then, the first thing that I noticed, again, and it completely changes the mood of the whole episode, especially for a manga reader, the changing of the judges, okay? I don't understand what's the point of rushing the judges so fast. Okay, you had Charm and Hysteria. Okay, you get them out for Courage and Decora. Okay, so why didn't you just leave Charm and Hysteria there? But then I figured out what they're trying to do. They know that there was going to be talks about this season from other, manga readers to anime viewers about maybe, their dislikes towards the final arc of Shokugeki no Sama. So what they're trying to do is splice in more fan service to keep you entertained. That's what they're trying to do, okay? But from a manga reader's perspective, it takes out a lot because you miss Charm's reactions to not Charm, excuse me, Hysteria, his reactions to actually tasting Tsukasa's dish. Okay, it wasn't Decora that tasted it. It was Hysteria. He tasted it. Okay, and you missed out on that. You really do. Now, another reason that I know that this is definitely going to be the final season is because at the very end of the battle between Tsukasa and Satoshi, Tsukasa uses his long shredder. His shredder is his long, very long shredder. Now, this shredder, again, wasn't introduced into the final arc of Food Wars for us manga readers. To the final arc. This was not introduced in the manga where you guys are at watching it right now. This was not introduced. So again, that lets me know that they're setting you up so that when you finally see it, you're like, oh, hey, I remember that. Tsukasa used that to battle Satoshi in the Regimental de Cuisine. I remember that. But this long shredder was not introduced to the final arc of Food Wars. But yet here it is earlier on in the Regimental de Cuisine. Okay, guys? Now, again, the anime, it added a lot of fluff. It added from Soma and Arena discussing their dishes, to Rendo and Tsukasa just talking, in the back, not the flashback, but just talking regularly in the moment. They added a lot of filler. Okay, now, one thing that will commend the anime on, it handled Sukasa's flashback very well. When he was younger, how he was in elementary school. It also handled very well his first meeting or his first encounters with Azami. Now, this is the fucked up part. This is the part that I hate so much. The reason that I can't tell you to read past chapter 253 or you'll get spoiled is because what the anime did is that they took the half of the chapter because Tsukasa's flashback of when he meets Azami lasts a few chapters. It's like the second half of every chapter. So they took all of that at the end of every chapter and took all of that and put it all of that within this one episode. Do you see what I mean, guys? That's what the anime did. And that's what I hate. But here's one thing that the anime didn't add for some reason or another. They took out the scene of Courage and Decora laying on a zombie's bed, either before or after they get ready to fuck. We don't know which one. But they clearly took that out. For some reason or another, they didn't want to add that. The anime took that out. So you're okay with taking out Historia and Courage to add in Decora and Courage, excuse me, Charm. Okay, they took out Historia and Charm and added Decora and Courage. They're okay with doing that, but they can't show when Decora and Courage is laying on the zombie's bed in his room, getting ready to receive the pipe. But so I mean, why? Why is that so off limits? And they're discussing, pillow talking with Azami about how he's handling Arena. But they can't show that, but they'll take out these guys to add in Courage and Decora. That's what I say, guys. One thing that I am happy about is that Rendo's dress in the flashback. Rendo wore a blue dress. I actually colored that dress and Rendo's outfit that exact same color, and I sent it to Yuto. And I'm glad that they actually made it into the anime. So that was really cool and a little nod to me that Yuto was actually seeing my tweets that I used to tweet him. So that was really cool. I really liked that. And that was a really cool nod to me. It's a secret thing. It's nothing that anyone else would get but me because I colored that because I didn't know what color dress Rendo was supposed to wear. I just gave her like this blue dress. I colored it. I sent it to Yuto, and I guess he really liked it, and he made it real. So that's really cool as well. But besides all of that, again, I don't really know what JC Staff is doing. Well, I know what they're doing. I just don't like it. Um, it was a good episode for anime only, but if you're a manga reader, you probably feel a little indifferent about it. I would say, um, you probably feel I don't know anxious. I don't know, maybe disappointed a little bit with this episode and how the anime's handling it. I know that viewership overall is down for this season of Food Wars. Maybe it's because manga readers have told their anime friends what happens. Maybe they're getting wise and say, well, if that's going to happen, I don't really want to watch it this season. I don't know what it is. Uh, I just don't know. But that'll do it, guys. It's too late. I'm going to end this review right here with that. Overall, again, if you're anime only, it was a good episode. You had fun. I enjoyed, like I said, the handling of Sukasa's flashback was done perfectly. I don't have any problem with that. It was done perfectly, beautifully. But everything else, from a manga reader's perspective, is just all over the place. Hey, that'll do it. Thank you guys so much. I will catch you next week for another review. And like always, this your boy CharlesISanimeWorld saying to you guys, just to all of you guys, sayonara, suckers.